It looks like Israel is going to war with Hezbollah, who is situated in Lebanon. There's been several events of rocket fire between the two along the border. I wouldn't be surprised if Bibi Netanyahu was happy this was happening, so he could potentially stay PM longer.
On the sidelines of the G7 summit, President Biden expressed doubts that a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas would be reached anytime soon. The president called Hamas, quote, the biggest hangup for refusing to support a U.S.-backed proposal, which has been endorsed by the UN Security Council, the G7, and Israel. His comments come just a day after Secretary of State Antony Blinken said some changes proposed by Hamas to the ceasefire deal were not workable. Meanwhile, the Israeli military is continuing its offensive in Gaza. Israeli tanks advanced deeper into the southernmost city of Rafah Thursday. As Chris Livesay reports, tensions are also escalating between Hezbollah and Israel along the northern border.
Well, Israel and Hezbollah continue to exchange fire at the southern border with Lebanon. The Iran-backed militants launched 40 rockets into Israel, the second day in a row of clashes after Israel killed a senior Hezbollah commander yesterday. Today, Israel said it struck Hezbollah military structures in Lebanese border villages. After the Hamas...
If the Israeli government was the first to attack and kill people, does this mean that Hezbollah has the right to self-defense against the Israeli government going in and killing people?
massacre and kidnappings of October 7, Hezbollah stepped up its attacks on Israel, sparking fears of a much broader war in the Middle East, as Israel's southern and northern borders. Since then, Israel has evacuated roughly 80,000 people from the border with Lebanon. Meanwhile, the hostages freed over the weekend are beginning to speak about their experiences. CBS News spoke to the parents of Andrei Kozlov, who told us their son suffered both physical and mental abuse. They say he spent months with his hands and feet tied, forcing him to eat, quote, like an animal. They told him his family and his country had abandoned him, adding to the shock he experienced when those Israeli commandos burst into the house he was trapped in and rescued him. But for all Kozlov was willing to share, he told his parents, "There are things I experienced